Hello, welcome back to Zoe Plans. I thought for this video I'd just do a flip through of my planner. It's all set up now for next year, 2021. So only a month or so to go now. And it's kind of ready to kind of move into. So I haven't filled in all of the sheets. For example, like my goals and resolutions I will come back to at the end of this year, the beginning of next. But it's all like ready to go and I'm really excited. So yeah, I thought I'd just show how I've set it up, all the dividers I've got and the inserts I'm ready to use. So hope you enjoy. So this is my planner. I have the A5 Filofax Malden in Ochre. Really beautiful colour. I've wanted this planner for years and years and years. But I bought this off a lady on eBay. She said there was a scratch on the front, but I actually can't see it anywhere, so it's pretty much in perfect condition. I'm so happy with it. I just love it. It feels beautiful, so well made, and yeah, I think it's nice to buy something that's not brand new sometimes. Here we are, let's start. Never know how to deal with this because it kind of gets in the way, but I don't like to fold it back there. I'll just pop it under there. So this is the dashboard page. Originally I wasn't going to store anything in the sides because normally I don't, but actually it is quite useful for just a few stickers. I've just got here like a spare piece of card I had, which looks pretty. I might one day punch this and use it as something, but for now it just looks nice there. Same with this. I like how he just pokes out to say hello. I've got this card here, which I will go into more detail with in another video. I use this for washi tape. It's just an old store card. And this is quite good for sort of ripping washi tape at the end of pages, so keep that in there. I've got here my pastel stickers that I use. These are really cute and simple. These are from WHSmith's, I think, and these are just some more neutral stickers for like appointments and birthdays and due days. And I really like these neutrals actually, because I'm normally love a bit of a pastel. I'm very much into my pastels. But I really like these, especially for the monthly plans. So I'm not sure if maybe throughout this year I'll switch to completely neutrals, because I do like the minimalist look here. But I do like how with pastel colours, the different areas of my life have their own kind of colour. So we'll see how that works. And here I've just got some cute little bunny rabbit kind of page marker sticky notes. I'll show you how I use those in a sec. They're really cute, just poking out there. They do fall out sometimes, but pop them back to bed. So that's that side. So starting with the dashboard, I've got behind here that personal information sheet, which I've stuck a nice piece of card on the back here. Obviously I'll show you what I can, but some bits might have some personal information on them. So this is the calendars tab, and in here I have my yearly fold out and my monthlies. So the first one here, my period tracker. I'll also be tracking on here the moon cycles, so that's the new moon and that's the full moon. And I'll probably also put my annual leave from work in this tracker as well, because it's quite nice to just have a quick overview of that. I like how you can kind of colour the little squares in here. And yeah, I really like this fold out. You can kind of fold it however you want the month to show, which is quite nice. So that's the period one. I next have social media. I want to kind of see as an overview going into next year of when I plan to post and how often I post. And yeah, I mean, it's not a huge part of my life really, but it's just something that, especially with the YouTube channel, I just kind of want to organise myself a bit better. Don't spread things out very well, and I'm hoping this will help me. So that's the 2 yearly ones I have. The next one is monthly. They're empty and undecorated at the moment because I'm gonna come back to this at the end of the year before I start doing bits and pieces in here. But for now I've just kind of made a note of paydays for the first few months, and also pagan festivals. This is just kind of a pencil in here of when they're happening, because I'm not sure how I want to decorate this part of the planner yet. I want to keep it quite neutral, minimalistic, not too busy, so I'm just kind of having a think about how I want to have this look and how to organise it. I've got paydays and pagan festivals for now because I'd like to start kind of acknowledging those a little bit. I think they're quite fun and things to look forward to. Rituals and meals and things. So not much in here really. I have some birthdays, a trip I've already got booked. So very empty for now, but I love the emptiness because there's a whole new year ahead. What will it bring? What will we do with our time? Very exciting. So, oh, and here is just like a reminder for an eye test. So I'll do that as well at the beginning of the year, just kind of when bills are due and things in here. So this will be for moon rituals, pagan Sabbats, birthdays, and bills due will be used for the monthlies. Next year, Christmas is on a Saturday. Good to know. So that's the monthly. So they're my calendars. My next tab is trackers. So these are kind of like rolling data throughout the year. I've got the books that I've read, and on the back of these, books that I'd like to read. Here I make a note each month of positive things that have happened that month, maybe courses I've passed, days out, self-date days, kind of just nice little things that at the end of the year I can come back to and kind of look at all the lovely little things I've done each month, because I think sometimes it's really easy to forget the smaller days. Like, we always remember our holidays and the big events and things, but sometimes it's just as simple as I hit a fitness PB today, or I had a really nice lunch date with a friend, you know, just small days that are actually really lovely. It's nice to kind of note throughout the year because it's easy to forget those. And that's just continued. And then these are fitness ones, so here I'll put like new things, new activities I've tried, fitness PBs, things that have improved since last year, because I think, again, like with this, it's kind of easy sometimes to forget what we can do in a year and how things can improve and change. So I always like to note those down. And then finally, just a nice little list of TV shows and movies I've watched. I'm not kind of super anal about this one, but it's quite handy actually for when people ask recommendations, and I can be like, oh, what were my favourite shows that year? And yeah, that's always quite fun to remember. So the next one is my goals tab. So the first page will be affirmations. I've not written these in yet because I'm not quite sure which ones I'm going to change, but I'll come back to this at the beginning of the year. This will be my goals and resolutions for next year. They kind of mean the same thing, but for me, goals are more kind of smaller attainable ones each month, and then the resolutions are perhaps 1 or 2 just like big changes I'd like to make for myself that year. Again, not filled this in yet. I know it looks kind of a bit empty at the moment, but I wanted to just do a final flip through before it does start being really busy and things. This is the study courses I'll be doing next year, just kind of writing down which ones I'm doing and the modules that will be involved. And then on the back of that, I'll write down the date that I complete them. This is a little one, just places to go. Not very many yet, because I don't know how much we'll be able to travel next year. This is just some spare note paper, which I took out of one of my old favourite notebooks and put in here. So the next one is my personal tab. This will be where I put all my password and log on information for different apps and things. but I thought it would be good to show now whilst it's empty before I fill it all in. The next one is some contact pages, which obviously I won't show, but it obviously looks like this, but filled in, and I've just got a couple spare here. I don't put all my contacts in here. I've literally only filled in one double page behind here of just like the most important people that if anything ever happens to my phone, I'll have those people down to call. Aren't they lucky? And then here I just have, again, some spare notebook paper that I've got. So I've got like pink and white. The next one is my finance tab number 5. I do have some things written down here that's quite personal. So these are like financial goals that I've written down here. But I do like to kind of have this at the front here because it kind of reminds me of what all this is for, and to just keep in mind what's important to me and what I'm heading for. And next I just have my trackers. So these are the Filofax pages here. I just find they're super useful. These will be for my donations I'll make, because I try to make a different donation to a different charity each month. These will be the bills that I pay throughout the year. I do actually keep a lot of this financial stuff on an Excel spreadsheet, but sometimes the process of writing it down just kind of makes it a bit more real. And it's kind of always nice to have a paper log of things, because sometimes you don't always want to like open your laptop just to have a look at your spreadsheet. So it's quite nice to just be able to log bits and pieces down like this here. So these will just be like the bigger bills I pay each year. This is a new one actually, so this will just be for me to keep track of what I'm actually spending my pocket money on each month, because I give myself pocket money. This is adulthood, giving yourself pocket money, because otherwise you can't be trusted. You know, and it's fine to be able to treat yourself within your means, but I think with all the chaos of this year, sometimes this has got a bit out of control. So this is to just kind of note down for myself what I'm really doing with money, and this should be useful for me to be a bit more mindful about my spending, rather than just being quite impulsive again. And then this is kind of related to that, so this is just for takeaways. I mean, I don't know how often this will be filled in, but I was getting into a bit of a bad habit of buying too many takeaways. It's weird because with COVID, obviously I'm home a lot more now, and I love to cook. It's one of my favourite hobbies, but I found myself more now than before just sometimes not really wanting to cook, which is very strange because I'm home more. But this will just sort of keep an eye on how many I'm really getting, because it can get very expensive. And finally, I have my weekly diary. I think I've mentioned before, I used to always have the diary tab at the beginning of my planner, and the rest of the tabs just kind of got buried underneath everything else. So I'm trying it in the last tab this time, because looking at this section will be a given every day anyway, so it kind of makes sense for it to be at the end now. So I'm going to give this a go. My little weekly tab there. So yeah, I've not obviously haven't filled this in or decorated it yet at all, because this is what I'll be doing in videos throughout the months as they go on next year. But and I'll show you the little bits and pieces I try to include. So each season I write down what food is around, try to sort of tick off all the different vegetables and fruits and ingredients that are around, just to try and be a bit more seasonal and local. It's always quite fun as well. So I've got those in for each of the seasons. So there's autumn, summer, spring and winter. Also each month I will sort of have a similar page to this of like a running to-do list, but I'll come back to that. Yeah, this is just the diary ready to go. And then at the back, I'm not really sure what to do with these yet. I've got a couple of these. I see some people put stickers in them, but obviously I've got them at the front here. I have a separate receipts pouch, so I don't need to use them for that. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll just make them into nice dashboards. I was thinking to put my affirmations here, but these go out further than the tab. So if I put this in between the dividers somewhere, I then can't see the tabs underneath, so they kind of need to stay either at the beginning or at the back. So I'm not really sure what to do yet. And then finally, just the back. I forgot I had these in here actually. These are just some page markers I'm sure I'll make use of at some point. But for now, they're just going to stay in here. And I think I might actually put a little, hang on. Yeah, like maybe a little to-do notebook here. Might be quite fun to just kind of pop that there. So I've always got that in the planner, although I've got so many of these things dotted around my home. So that's where I am for now. A quick flip through of an empty, ready to go planner, because it's been a while of getting it all together and ready to go. And that's it now, ready. So although it's not really much to look at yet, that's kind of how I've set it up to go into next year. Really excited about the size, about everything I've put in there so far. And once I've decorated a little bit and put a bit more in there, and I am starting the new year, I will make another video, show if there's any changes and show how I'm starting, particularly with the diary and the monthly calendars, and I will come back. But for now, I think this planner is all ready to go, and it's been a lovely little preparation journey together. Just absolutely love the size, and I feel like this is going to be a great fresh start for 2021. And thanks for sticking by and watching. There'll be plenty more to come. I'll do lots of plan with me's and before and afters of each of my weekly spreads and my calendars. So I'm really excited because there's so much stuff that I want to keep doing for this channel. So please stick around. And thanks for watching, and if you do have any feedback or constructive criticism, please do let me know, because I'd love to hear. Obviously, I'm not the one really watching these, so if there's anything you can suggest, please do let me know. But otherwise, thanks for staying with and watching, and look forward to seeing you in the new year.